You, yes, you. Are you tired of always being broke in Arc Raiders? Are you tired of spending your precious Raider coins at whatever trader you might have to before you go into raid? Are you tired of going into raids with guns with no attachments because you've already bought the max limit of attachments for the day? Well, then this video is for you. We are going to go over some of the resources that I use every single time I play Arc Raiders and how I use these resources to generate money in Arc Raiders. Not just generate money, but not lose any money to these dang traders.
Hello, I like money.
So sit back, relax, and let's fill that head with some knowledge.
But you know what I like a lot more than materialistic things? Knowledge.
Okay, so the first resource that we are going to use is a website called MetaForge. So you can simply just go to Google, type in MetaForge, Arc Raiders, hit enter, and click on the MetaForge Arc Raiders section. When you click on this, it's going to bring up the website here. The two things that I really love about MetaForge is the database section and the in-game marketplace. So first, we're going to cover the database section. So just simply come over here, off to the left, and click on database. When you click on database, it'll have the arcs, the items, the quests, and the traders. Now you can use the arcs tab just to click on there, and this will show you every single arc and what they have a potential of dropping. I say potential, but usually every time you destroy an arc, it will drop some of the following items every single time. It's just a difference in the quantity of what materials you'll get when you actually take out, say, like a Rocketeer or a Queen. And this is pretty handy, but also pretty self-explanatory. Now, for the real bread and butter of the database section is the items tab. So go back to database and click on items. Once you're in the items tab, you can search for any item in the game by name. For this video, we're going to use the example of Exodus modules. So just go into the search items bar and type in Exodus modules. You don't even have to fully type it in. It should bring it right up for us. Now that we have Exodus modules up here, let's just go ahead and click on it. And this is where the items tab really shines. Hey, don't click off yet. We're about to get to the good stuff. But I do want to take a second to say I appreciate you guys watching the video. And it would mean so much to me if you guys could simply just drop me a sub on the channel. I make these videos for you guys and myself. I do enjoy doing it, but help me help you by helping me. Anyway, back to the video. Okay, now that we are on the Exodus modules page, and remember, you can search any item in Arc Raiders that you want to, but for this example, we're going to use the Exodus modules. Now that you're on that page, it will show you where you can actually find this item. Like, it has the best percentage chance to be found in a container, and then in a locker, and then in some bags, and it has a 0% chance to be found in an ammo crate, an android, an arc carrier, and a husk. Not only will it show you the best places to find the item, but it will also show you on which map you have a higher percentage chance of finding said item, with Stella Montes being number 1, Buried City number 2, and Blue Gate, and so on and so forth. You can even click on events and it'll show you which event has the greatest percentage chance to yield. So if you really wanted to find some Exodus modules, you would go to Stella Montes during a night raid and search containers. And chances are you will find yourself some Exodus modules.
But wait, there's more.
Now that you know where to find the Exodus modules, it's time to learn what to do with them, and you can do that on the exact same page you're already on. You simply scroll down, and you will see these tabs here, the Recycles Into tab, the Recycled From tab, and the Used In tab. By clicking the Recycled Into tab, you can see what the Exodus modules will actually recycle into when you break them down. So when you break down a Exodus modules, you will get a magnet and you will get a processor. Then when you go to the recycled from tab, you can see that these are the items that if you were to break down in the menu, you will get an Exodus module from. So these are the 3 items that you could find if you're looking for Exodus modules, and then break them down in the menu. And then in the next tab, in the used in tab, this will show you what you will need to have Exodus modules to actually craft. So all of these items will take other items, but also an Exodus module. So the snap hook, the bobcat, the Tempest, the Volcano, and the hole cracker all are going to take some other materials and an Exodus module to craft these up. All of this information just at your fingertips is a super helpful resource. And if you're just using it to try and find an item, you can always find the best places for an item. But if you're also looking to craft items in your workshop, and let's say you have like an abundance of steel springs, so you can just go back to the database and you can type in steel springs. And there they are. Say you're about to throw them all away, or you're about to sell them to whatever vendor you can for the money. Instead, go here, type in steel springs, come down to the used in tab, and you'll see that actually 13 different items need steel springs and the quantities that they need to make said item. And chances are you're going to go into Raid needing one of these items, whether it be the extended mags or advanced mechanical components for another crafting adventure you're going to get into, maybe some shrapnel grenades. And this is just a much better feature than rather just tossing all of your steel grenades for maybe 20,000 Raider coins. Yes, I know I said steel grenades. I'm leaving it in there. Let's go. Okay, after the steel grenades debacle, let's get back to the video. The second best resource on this website, I feel like personally, is the in-game marketplace. This website has actually created a community-based marketplace for us to go into and trade with our fellow raiders. They do not allow monetization trading. It is only in-game item for in-game item. So what you're going to do is you're going to come over here and you're going to go to the marketplace. And a side note is that you do need to actually create an account with MetaForge. Now, it's pretty simple. You can do this either by using an email address, or you can use your Twitch, or you can use your Discord to sign up pretty easily. So you need to create an account and then come over here, click on Marketplace, and then here you will see just a list of some of the trading items. Now, let's say you're looking for something specifically like a silencer blueprint. You're just going to come to the search bar. You're going to type in silencer. It'll come up. Silencer blueprint. Let's go with the silencer 2 blueprint. Let's click on that. You click on that, and then here are all the trades that people are making for the silencer 2 blueprint. Now, it seems like seeds have kind of dominated, and we'll get to that later because seeds are very important in Arc Raiders. And these are, like I said, these are just all of the trades that you can see for the silencer 2 blueprint. This guy's open to offers. This guy's looking for 25 seeds. Another open to offers. This guy's looking for 50 seeds. So it's kind of going to be hard for him to trade his when this guy's only looking for 25 and this guy's looking for 50. So when you first come to the marketplace page, they will actually give you instructions on how they want you guys all to run the trade items. They simply want you to add each other on Discord, get into a lobby together, become friends on Embark, both go in with a augment with a stash pocket, the old prison wallet, and then you will go into the raid, drop them on the ground, and then put them into your safe pocket and get out. And then you come back to the MetaForge page and you leave a positive review. That way people know that you are actually trading in good faith and completing your offers. Now, the MetaForge website actually does have tons more to offer for Arc Raider content. But these are just some of my favorite things to do with this website, and I've probably used both of those functions, whether it be the database or the in-game trading, the most. So I wanted to bring that to y'all's attention. But now we are going to move on to the next resource. If you don't know where you're going, that means you're lost. People have been using maps since the dawn of time, and Arc Raiders should be no different. And the best map for Arc Raiders, in my opinion, is on the ArcRaidersHub.com website. Here on the home page of ArcRaidersHub.com, you will see that they have the first couple of maps right here laid out for you. But simply scroll down and go to View All Maps, and here you will have all the maps for each location that you need. And these maps are extremely detailed. Let's just go into Damn Battlegrounds for this example here. You can scroll out, and here you can see that they have every single thing plotted out on this map. Now, this is actually just too much to look at. It really hurts my brain. So what I like to do every time I come over here is I go to the Hide All function. And let's say that I am doing the Damn Battlegrounds Lush Bloom events. I will just filter on the wicker baskets, and here they will show you a possible spawn for all of the Lush Bloom events. And if you wanted to be a true menace to the lobby, you could even turn on the Raider Spawn function, where you go here, you click on Raider Spawns. When you load into Damn Battlegrounds, you see where your spawn is, and then you can look and see where the next closest Raider spawn is. That way you either don't get ran up on, or you can go run up on somebody. And Arc Raiders Hub has so much more to offer than just maps, but they really do make the best maps out there, and this is a website you should be using if you are going to use a map while you play. Now that we have covered the Arc Raiders Hub and the MetaForge app, let's go in-game and look at some tips and tricks that will save you money and have you spending a lot less money at the traders so you're not losing out on money there. Okay, for the first dumb tip that everybody should know, but I see a lot of people, they just sit at 800 cred after they buy their second Raider deck. Do not get to 800 cred and just hold on to it. You should be spending your cred as often as you can, and the only trader that you can actually spend cred on is Shawnee. So whether you're going to go to Shawnee and you're going to get nice attachments for most of the guns available, or you're going to go for nicer augments to take into raid, you need to be spending that Raider cred. Also, if you just want to generate some free money and you don't want to use any of her attachments or any of her augments or the Raider hatch key, you can just simply spam buy binoculars, and then you can turn around and sell them for actual Raider coin. Do not sit at 800 cred for the rest of the wipe and wait till the next Raider deck to come out before you start spending your cred again. The next trader that you should be maxing out every day is Celeste. Celeste takes our currency in seeds, and seeds are one of the most important items that you can get in Arc Raiders now. Not only does the MetaForge trading marketplace really focus on seeds for trades, but you can get so many crafting materials from Celeste just for seeds. You can also get the basic materials like fabric, chemicals, plastics, and metal from Celeste as well. You do not want to sleep on Celeste. Gather as many seeds as you can and trade with Celeste every single day to get the crafting items that you need and to save money from actually buying these items or actually buying the items that these are eventually going to craft into. I really can't stress enough how important crafting is and how much money it can actually save you down the road. Let's say you have a medium shield that has taken a lot of hits to its durability. Instead of going to Lance and spending 6 G's to buy a new one, you can just recycle the broken medium shield, and you'll notice that you'll get 1 arc circuitry for it. The only thing it takes to craft a medium shield is 1 arc circuitry and 4 batteries. Well, guess who sells the batteries? Celeste. You go to Celeste and you use your seeds, and every day you can get 10 batteries from Celeste. So you can get 2 free medium shields by destroying the broken one, getting the arc circuitry, and then going to your gear bench and using the batteries and the arc circuitry to simply craft the medium shield that you need. And if you spam Celeste every day and are able to juice up your battery collection, you can do this every single time. You don't have to come to Lance and spend the 6,000 that you need to buy a medium shield from him. And while we're talking about breaking things down and recycling items, do not ever recycle your items in Raid. Wait until you get back into the menu to recycle your items. Here at the menu, you can see that these advanced mechanical components will actually recycle down to mechanical components and a steel spring. This will give me 2 items for recycling this item in the menu. But if you go into Raid, and yes, the practice range does count as going into Raid, you will notice that you are only going to receive the mechanical components. You will not receive the steel springs along with this breakdown like you did in the menu. Not really sure why that is, but just remember, do not, under any circumstances, break down your items in Raid. Wait until you get back into the menu. Okay, that was a lot of information, and this is probably going to be one of my longest YouTube videos that I've ever put out regarding Arc Raiders. But using all of this information will help you down the road. You won't be spending money on dumb items from the traders, and eventually, after using these websites and these resources, all of this stuff will just become common knowledge to you, and you will know what to break down, what to keep, what to buy, and what not to buy. So, if you really got something out of this video, I'd appreciate you guys dropping a sub, hanging out, checking out the next video. We got plenty of more Arc Raiders content to get into, and I will see you guys next week.